TC. Yeah, come check out the podcast. We got a lit for show. Tiffany Coleman. We got a lit for show. Come check out the podcast. We take the show on the road. We got the cameras and cameraman. We taking photo for show. Yeah, we got the camera for show. Come check out the podcast. It's always a viral talk. It's always a viral talk. It's always a viral talk. We got the hood actors. We got the Bollywood actors. We got the real rappers. We got the real singers. We got the ghetto comedians. We got the celeb Mars. We got the pop talk with TC.
Let's talk with TC. And we have our special guest, Abdul Alwahiid, in the building.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, we understand you're running for District 57.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, for the people that don't know, I'm going to get you to explain what a constable is and what does it consist of.
Okay. A constable in the state of Alabama is an elected law enforcement official. However, they tell you to seek local legislation to actually find out the role that their county needs. In Jefferson County, the role that the constables play is simply process serving. So let's say, for instance, if you chilling on somebody's furniture that you ain't finished paying for, you riding around looking good in their car, you know you ain't paid for it.
Right.
So what happens is that merchant who you went into that agreement with will make contact with the courts.
Okay.
The courts would then petition the clerk's office. The clerk's office will actually formulate a summons, and that summons is then issued to the constable. The constable comes out, he serves you. You got 2 times for a serve. The first time is notification. 30 days later, if you have not responded or you have not worked the deal out, they're going to automatically garnish you 25% of your income.
Okay.
So the constable will let you know both notification, the pre, and then the actual. But by the time you get that second one, they already, they're going to, we got action going on.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, what are the most pressing issues in the position that you're receiving?
I would say the most pressing issue is really because there's several candidates that are running for office. And
Correct.
however, they're not really familiar with the roles of what a constable does. There's a lot of people that want to take this position and turn into this Starsky and Hutch super duper police and run up and down the road, but that's unnecessary. You know, the most important thing is to be able to offer the community a service. Okay. So let's say, for instance, I have a young lady that works for me now because I own a Hollywood Grill.
Okay.
And I met her by serving her.
Okay.
And she told me, she said, hey, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. 25% of my income. I operate on 100% of my income. I said, I tell you what, see me Monday morning at a said location. And she was able to make the difference, compensate for that 25% loss. Okay. So what I'm proposing to do, because I am a partner as it relates to the J Wings locations, I have the food trucks, and those brothers are operating the brick and mortars. Okay. They need several people to come in and work. So we can work a deal out. We got to keep that currency flowing throughout our communities, and that's most importantly. So what happens is I'm just not going to show up and give you bad news. I can't give you legal advice. That's against the law. Okay. However, I can offer you opportunity. So that's what I'm proposing to do.
Okay. Yeah. That's good then. So what are your goals?
My goals for the constable office is really to establish a better reputation as it relates to it. Because some people will say, well, why are you running for that? You know, you've been working in the community for quite some time. Right. Why are you choosing the constable's office? Right. So I would like to actually add professionalism to the constable's office. It's still in the elected law enforcement position, but I think in that time, because it's mainly volunteer, the only way you compensate, it's not a public service, whereas you're being compensated with public dollars. Right. You make your money based on the amount of papers that you serve. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's not a taxpayer-funded position at all. Okay. So I'm no stranger to volunteering at all. I'm actually a reserve deputy for Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Okay. So that's volunteer time as well. And I spend a lot of my time every morning up until the campaign actually started at Oxmoor Valley. Every morning with my blue lights on, my sheriff patrol truck there, and make sure those kids are safe, just providing a presence.
Well, thank you for that.
Sure.
So, what is the biggest need of a constable, and what would you do to fill that need?
The biggest need of a constable is to make sure that the citizens get their due process, to make sure they are notified within 30 days. Because what's happening is once that constable gets their paperwork, you got 30 days from that moment for the most part.
Right.
So it's essential that you get a constable that's able to fulfill a need to get your paperwork to you quickly as possible to ensure your due process.
Okay. So, like, what do you think is the most important skill of being a good constable?
I would say paying attention to detail, right?
That's correct.
Being prompt and being on time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Know your citizens so you can make sure you make contact with them as well.
Right.
Because it's common regardless of if they make contact with us or not. You know, you're gonna have, you can't run from this.
That's correct.
So it's best that you get notified so either you can prepare yourself for it or figure out a way that you can actually negotiate yourself out of that contract.
Right.
Yeah. So Alabama is 4th in the nation as it relates to poverty.
Okay.
Right? So that means that there's a lot of people who are hurting in Alabama.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
So if
correct.
you're hurting, then that subpoena is going to add more hurt. You know.
True.
So I mean, we got to focus. Don't get me wrong. That's a part of it. Is our part as well because we like to spend money that we don't have. I've been in that situation. We spend money we don't have. We like to look good. We like to feel good. You know.
Yeah.
So, but what happens when that merchant wants those items back? Or if not, then you defaulted on the contractual agreement. Now they want to make you pay.
Right.
You know, and a lot of merchants are coming out nowadays.
Yes.
What was that? 2 months ago, I believe. The sheriff's office received 3,400 summons in a month time. 3,400. So what's happening is in order to compensate for so much work going out at one time,
Right.
they're going to issue a lot of those civil subpoenas to the constable's office to make sure, because the sheriff wants to make sure that you get your process served or your summons in a timely manner so you can at least acknowledge the fact that what's about to happen.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, like, what distinguishes you from other candidates?
I would say one thing I'm a stickler for
Right.
is having a record of community service.
Yes.
And I am so sick and so tired of people showing up when it's election time,
Yes.
pumping gas at the gas pumps, giving us food boxes.
Yes.
And then next thing you know, you don't see them for their term.
No.
Then they show back up and they want to give you a food box again.
Yes.
You know? So I've been out there in the community quite some time. I was the president of We Know the Young Dragons Youth Program. I've done a lot. Me and Big Walt have been working hand in hand. You know, we like Batman and Robin.
Yes.
You know, sometimes he's Batman and I'm Robin.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, but that's one thing that I really push for is to challenge our candidates to at least establish themselves in the community because you don't have to be anything or have to have a title to serve. You know, you just got to care about your folk. You know, yeah, you got to. So I'm really big on that because I've been finessed as well. You know, folk running for office, they'll come and give me a sausage biscuits and a little cheese on it, and some grape jelly. Man, I'm like, man, we got a sausage biscuit. You know, and then you don't see them anymore.
Exactly.
Then they become that where you can't even get access to them anymore.
Yeah.
So I hope to change that because I don't mind continuing to work. You know, regardless, we got dates planned. The election is March 5th.
Okay.
And we got several events that are coming up. Actually on the 18th, which is next Sunday.
Okay.
We're doing our annual Soul Food Sunday where we're honoring the women in our community and providing them with accolades based on the amount of work they've been doing in the community.
Okay.
And then in April, we take a group of kids, what we call the Fantastic Voyage.
Okay.
We take about 200 to 300 kids down to different historic sites, and we just spend a lot of time with them, mentoring them on the bus, taking them responsibility, and we're teaching Black history on the bus. Where they can't get it in the schools, then that becomes our responsibility, and we're doing so. So this year we're going to Wetumpka, Alabama.
Okay.
There's a civil rights museum down there that we're going to stop, and we were thinking about stopping by the Confederate Museum on the way down there because there's a part of our history too. There's a lot of the Confederates are the ones who are responsible for the situation and our disposition. So we went to Tuskegee last year. We went to Selma the year before then, and we
Mm-hmm.
went to Montgomery to the Legacy Museum. So we take them all over the different cities in order
Okay.
to kind of get them out of their environment,
Mhm.
and we're able to teach them so they can really focus on higher learning and not survival
Right.
in most of the environments that we're in today.
That's
So,
correct.
yeah.
We appreciate you for that
It's
because
all
we don't
good.
have many leaders in the community these days, you know.
Right.
Because I work with kids as well, and it's really they really need that kind of mentorship in the
Right.
community. So I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
but you know what's the challenge to that
Yes.
though? The challenge is that, and I hate to say it, but you can mentor all day long.
Right.
But once you're done mentoring, you got to send them back to an environment that need to be mentored as a whole.
Correct.
So we got to come up with some type of team where
Mhm.
the parents can be mentored as well as the children.
Yes.
Therefore, when you send them home, you got a rich and fertile environment that's going to produce higher learnings as well.
That's correct.
Yeah, I don't know. We need that. We need
Yes.
a team. Maybe the organizations could get together at some point
Mhm.
and say, hey, look, you work on this part, I work on that part,
Mhm.
and maybe we can come up with a
Now
solution.
that's a great idea because
Yeah.
I said that before. I was like, you know, you could mentor and you could teach to them, but at the same time, you are sending them back in that same environment. But the parents need to come in as well when those kids come into those classes. I think that the parents should too, and they have a class for the parents and for the kids.
Fine.
So because we talk to the kids, but half of the problem be the parents. So someone needs to talk to the parents to see how we can try to help fix their mind thinking as well.
Right.
So,
It's got to
that's
be one
true.
band, one sound.
Right.
I mean, we look at our bodies. Our bodies are made up of, we got organs in our body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each one of those organs have a role.
Correct.
Even the word organ itself, they associate the word organ with a musical instrument.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at, you got a heartbeat, you got an eardrum. You know, your body just need rhythm in order to be able to walk. You got what I'm saying?
Correct.
But once those instruments are clicking in that body,
Mm-hmm.
you got one band, one sound. We able to exist, right?
That's
Because of
correct.
that, because of those instruments that we
That's
need
correct.
to use. So we need to act as instruments ourselves, right? And become one band, one sound.
That's correct.
So we get the organizations to organize, and one organization is a organ, and the other one is an eardrum, and you know, and so forth. And another one is a heartbeat,
Mhm.
you know. And once we get together, we can circulate,
That's correct.
you know. Because the number one disease in the body is what? Poor circulation. That's what causes disease.
That's
So
right.
we got poor circulation. So we
Right.
need more circulation.
I agree with you with that. So again, can you tell the audience that's listening, like, what district are you running for again?
I am running for District 57. That area includes a portion of Winona,
Okay.
Midfield, Hueytown, Pleasant Grove. It goes all the way out to Silver Springs, portion of Mugger Loop.
Okay.
Not actually Mugger, but Mugger Loop.
Okay.
So you have that out there. It's a giant district that we have.
Okay. And if they haven't, or if they don't know how can they get out and go vote?
Well, they go to their local poll.
Mm-hmm.
You got one poll that's in Midfield. You got two in Pleasant Grove. You got two in Hueytown.
Okay.
Of course, we got several in Winona area, you
Mhm.
know, from Bethel to Mount
Yeah.
Zion, Wiggins, and Winona High
And we
School.
know,
So
yeah.
they make it more convenient to get out there. The thing is just be a part of the process. We got to focus more on local elections. That's where you see immediate change at.
Right.
You know, I can
Right.
understand the presidential thing and how it relates to the electoral college. I get that, you know,
Right.
but local politics is what we need to pay more attention to.
Yes.
You know, because nowadays you can you smoking in the car with a child in there, that's an offense.
Yes.
You know, so local legislations is who creates those laws.
Okay.
Yeah. But we got to stay abreast.
And that's true. So let's tell the people how they can follow you on all your platforms, or if they want to reach out to you, how could they reach out to you if they had any further questions?
Well, the best way, our team is posting on social media all the
Mhm.
time, whether it's Facebook or Instagram.
Okay.
You can find us at Committee to Elect Abdul Alwahiid.
Mm-hmm.
And someone will get back in touch with you. If you want to talk to me directly as well, then of course message me or give me a call or something like that, and I'll gladly meet with you. I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out today
You're very
with Let's
welcome.
Talk with TC.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you. So that will consist of our interview for today. We'd like to thank y'all that tuned in with Let's Talk with TC. And make sure y'all get out and vote. Again, what date will they go vote? In
March 5th, 2024.
March 5th. Make sure y'all get out and hit those polls.
TC. Yeah, come check out the podcast. We got it lit for show. Tiffany Coleman. We got it lit for show. Come check out the podcast. We take the show on the road. We got the cameras and cameraman. We taking photo for show. Yeah, we got the camera for show. Come check out the podcast. It's always a viral talk. It's always a viral talk. It's always a viral talk. We got the hood actors. We got the Bollywood actors. We got the real rappers. We got the real singers. We got the ghetto comedians. We got the celeb Mars. We got the pop talk with TC. We gon' pop on the podcast. Turn up. Come through, let's go. Yeah, come through, let's go. Check out the podcast. We take the show on the road. We take the show on the road. We got the camera for show. Talk with TC. We got the podcast. Talk with TC. Come check out the podcast.